Anyway. All right. Say, make sure we're recording. All right, welcome everybody. There's a lot of folks that aren't going to be here this morning. I understand that you have work schedules and school schedules, that this is an online thing for flexibility. Really just wanted to introduce myself. Hey, and I wanted to introduce that handsome guy back there. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? What's he doing? Well, looks like he's making a pizza. I don't know. I'm going to have to turn that setting off. I was actually sabotaged a month ago at the end of the semester by my 13-year-old who just told me to walk around one night, and apparently he was recording all of this. So if you see me in the background, yes, I have successfully cloned myself, or you could be on drugs, which is a great segue to this class. Maybe that's not really there at all, and I'm not seeing it, and you are. Anyway, my name is Jason Downing. Excuse me. I've been teaching sociology for 15 years. Most of the classes I teach are at CSU. The last 4 years, I've been teaching a handful of classes at CU. Started off teaching at Front Range. Oh no, I see it too. Oh, weird. Anyway, so I love sociology. I was really excited. They asked me, I said, would you, be willing or interested to teach drugs in US society? And my answer was that I lived it during college, right? During college. No, I was just really excited because this is a great special topic, and there's a lot of sociology. And let's just be real from the outset, human beings seek altered states, right? When you're a little kid, you see little kids spinning around in a circle until they feel like they're sick, they fall down, they get up, they stumble around again, kind of like a whole bunch of people on the weekend. And then they do it again, right? Doesn't stop them from doing it. So then sugar, right? And then maybe caffeine, and who knows, then, real drugs, alcohol or tobacco and cannabis and psilocybin and LSD and you name it. But human beings have a very close relationship, not only now, but historically with drugs. So that's one of the things we ask ourselves, like, what is our relationship with drugs in this culture, in other cultures? How is it different? How does it impact society? And we're going to look at all of that stuff. So right off the bat, the textbook is required. The bookstore should have an e-version of this book. I've worked with Sage, the publisher, to make sure that you have access, that it's a little bit cheaper, and that there's a few options. So the book is required. And we've got content assignments you're going to be doing every week. To have those graded successfully, to do well on those, you're going to need to pull most of the information from that textbook. Yes, there are some questions that ask for your opinion. Every time you have an assignment in this class, you must cite your sources. Citations are very important. And then you're avoiding, accidental plagiarism and things like that. Of course, even if a question asks for your opinion or your experiences, and I think maybe in calculus, our experiences aren't all that important, but in a class, a sociology class and a class about drugs in this culture, absolutely. So your own opinions are fine when you're writing formal things, but again, citations. Now, the social observation that's due tonight does not require that. You can add citations in discussions. Those are a little bit less formal, but any kind of written work that you're doing has to have a standard. That's the standard. And you'll know exactly what I'm looking for after you turn in the first assignment, which is due this Friday, June 11th, okay? A little bit about myself before I get too far in the class. My name is Jason. I have two sons, Storm and Zion. My partner, Julie, is an artist. I am a teacher and a musician and a farmer. I just jumped in the shower and out of the shower in a few minutes because I was already out planting 17 70-foot rows this morning, moving water around the farm, dealing with 100 chickens and chainsawing. So I'm a busy guy, and you are busy, but I love sociology. So what I'm going to do here is kind of walk you through the class a little bit. I'm going to do some screen sharing so that you can see me, kind of walk through the class. And then I encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You don't have to. It's not monetized. Maybe someday it'll be, but I'm not too worried about that. Mostly I wanted to place in a platform that is easy for you to go to, that can give you notifications that students use frequently. And so I'm down with that with YouTube. If you want to, there's all sorts of videos from my environmental social class, my 100. I'm not going to be lecturing live, generally speaking, about these chapters, We might have some online discussions. I definitely want to talk about, the paper and the project as it comes up. But let me give you a brief overview today. And I think that you'll at least feel confident moving forward. This is summer. It moves a little faster. And I want you to be prepared. Taking a class in the summertime, can have its set of challenges. And some of those are just busyness and some of those are related to drugs, right? All right, so let me do a screen share here. And where are we? There we go. There's what I want. And let's tell you what I want, what I really, no, don't do it. Don't go there. I'd rather sing a Lizzo song than is that Spice Girls? Oh my goodness, excuse me. All right, here's the class. There's a field of cannabis. There you go. All right, here's some announcements. Basically, anything that you need to know about this class is going to be in announcements. The rubric for the chapter content, extra credit, content assignment guidelines, YouTube channel, discussions. Look, everything will be here. So check this often, all the time, okay? Now, I do have this piece called The College Game, a few words on winning. And I don't mean like winning in a political sense, that's actually losing. I mean winning in how to succeed at this class. It's basic, make sure you read it. Be respectful, stay in contact. I'm not one of those people that, look, life is going to intervene and you may disappear. I don't know, maybe like, you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. It's the worst thing that ever happened to you and you're super depressed. Look, and then like a month later, you're like, woohoo, glad I did not continue with that. Regardless, reach out to me. The best thing you can do is stay in contact with me. I think I've got it on the syllabus too. I've got it all over the place, but just don't disappear for too long. I'm not going to give you some kind of guilt trip. That being said, there are hard or at least due dates that I expect. Those are not going to be extended just because of summer or because it's the tail end of COVID, or is it even the tail end of COVID? Did COVID even happen? Not really. We'll talk, not really sure about that. Judging by the people around me, maybe we'll discuss that too this semester. The point is, deadlines are still deadlines, right? All right, so let's go over here to assignments. This is important. Everything you need is on Canvas. The syllabus is somewhat helpful, but the actual due dates, the places you're going to be submitting, everything is on Canvas here. So chapter 1, due Friday, you're going to click into it. Waiting for country internet. Oh, hey, so I didn't mean to put it in red. I could have put it in green or blue, but you must have citations in every, question, or it just won't be graded. If you don't put those in the first one, I'm just going to return it to you. And I'll only do that once, the first time, and say, hey, recalibrate this, follow the guidelines. So make sure you check that out. This is worth 10 points. Jason, writing 5 essay questions for 10 points, that does not sound like worth my time. It is. And here's how I like to do things. And I'm interested in retention. Yes, I own a farm. Yes, my son's names are Storm and Zion. I assure you, like I said, I bathe. I'm not some crazy hippie teacher guy. And so what I want is retention, okay? I want you to retain the material. If you write essays about it correctly using your textbook once, that's retention. You'll look over them again for the test, that's retention. When it comes time for the exam, and those are worth 200 points apiece, many of the questions are exactly the same. You will be able to copy and paste and then add to that, because they're worth more points than this, retention. I want you to do it correctly. That's more important to me than what we do normally, which is cram, and then regurgitate that all over the test, and love you, bro, see you later information, right? And then it's gone from our head. So that's not what I want to do. I want us to retain this information. So even though these aren't worth a lot of points, you keep up weekly, those are worth 200 points. That is a great way to do well in this class and manifest the grade you want. All right. Paper here, the drug project. This is not, I haven't finished the project yet. Don't worry, it's not due till July 11th. I'll have it up in the next week. It's going to involve writing. It's going to involve some interviewing. Yeah, and so we'll get back to that. All right, discussions. Discussions are perhaps, I don't know, I feel like they might be the hardest thing for students to wrap their head around. But let me explain it. So there's 2 social observations, one at the beginning, one at the end. Go out someplace and observe behavior and just write down your response, okay? For all of these other ones, there are 2 dates. First one, American Drug War, Last White Hope. It's an older documentary, but it's fantastic. So what's that mean when it says due on June 17th, first post due by June 10th? That seems weird. Well, what it means is exactly that. If I don't have a first post date for an online discussion and I ask you through the discussions to participate, then people don't do it till the end. And they honestly won't do it until, literally won't do it till the last day. And then they post 3 things on the last day. That's not a discussion. That's more regurgitation. That's not education. I'm not into that, right? So at least 1 week in advance, go up to that discussion assignment, 10 days in advance, whatever. Hey, handsome, what's up, buddy? And then post your post. Watch the video, make your post, make social connections. And then anytime before it closes, you need to have at least 2 more posts. So at least 3 posts. One of them is a week in advance, and you can't post on multiple times on the last day. It just won't count. You won't get the full 20 or 25 points. I think it's 20 points, okay? So how do I get full points? Well, you post once a week in advance, at least, so that there's time for people to respond. And then on different days, and people have, these are interesting documentaries. Go ahead and reply 2 times in a day, 3 times in a day if it's a good discussion. Then come back 2 days later and reply 1 or 2 times. You can do as many posts for that discussion and replies as you want. There's only a handful of us, 9 or 10 in this class. That's it. The discussion guidelines are be respectful. And now this is a great segue. The only thing I'm not into, I will not tolerate in any way, shape, or form racism, being disrespectful to other students, white supremacy, anything like that. That is the low, that is the bottom of the human barrel. And that will be met with swift teacher retribution. Now, for the most part, people are on this discussion boards. You can disagree and be respectful. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Conversations on TV are just people yelling at each other and over each other. That's not how we do this. So I'll be checking in on these, making sure that they're respectful. That's not a problem for my students, but I have to say so. I'm not going to give you the plagiarism lecture, because then I just think that you'll think that I think that you're going to plagiarize. I don't. I make assignments interesting. I don't make it easy to plagiarize. I'm not worried about that. Do your own work. Be respectful to others. Okay. There's a link here that says syllabus. It has the syllabus, but it has this. I mean, you really can't miss an assignment. I mean, you probably could, but it's hard to miss an assignment because you can scroll up and down here and see exactly what order everything is in. When the exams are open, what you're doing, things like that. When they're due, everything is lined up right here, okay? All right, and there's a psychedelic mushroom that's sort of loading on my page. We'll talk about that because we live in Colorado, right? And Denver and psilocybin are friendly. Okay, discussions, content assignments, quizzes. Let's see here, do we have those dates? Yep, they'll be open for a while. The first one's open July 5th until July 16th. That's just so that you can get feedback from your content assignments before you do that. I always like to give a little extra time so that you know that you're on the right track with the content assignments, which I said are there. There's 2 of these tests. They're worth 200 points apiece. And you don't have to answer all of them. You just have to answer 8 of them. Because this doesn't allow me to give like 0 as a point value or a random thing like pick 8. Canvas doesn't have that usability yet. Then I'm just asking you to answer 8 out of 15. Please do not answer more than that unless you just really want to. All right, let's go back to discussions. Now on the discussion board, what I expect from discussions are here. Please introduce yourself is here, but there's extra credit food drive. So we just won, my classes just won a huge CSU Celebrate Award. Last semester we collected $7,000. Which provided 14,000 meals. In the fall, we did $9,000 of donations between my classes, which is 18,000 meals. We feed people for extra credit. And then you make a post about it. So I will have a link. You make a minimum of a $5 donation. Usually we donate food locally. You will have, there's a place that's in the Harvest of Hope Pantry in Boulder. So you're not donating to like the Larimer County thing. It's hopefully more meaningful if you are going to see you, if you live in that, county. Why do we do that? Well, and yes, if you want this extra credit, Yeah, it's $5. I'm not having you pay for your extra credit grade. You still have to make a post. You still have to talk about poverty and homelessness in Colorado and in general from a sociological perspective. If you don't have $5 to donate, you can write a 2-page paper, right? About homelessness and poverty, like a research thing. Most people want to donate and talk about it. I don't want people that don't have $5. You can donate more. You can have people donate in your name. A lot of times people's parents or grandparents love to do that. So let's raise as much money as we can. We can only do so much sociology within 4 walls, even if we're outside. It's about service. You got to serve somebody, Bob Dylan said. It's true. And there are a lot of people in our community that are food insecure. So I care about that. And again, if this is a calculus class, maybe we don't address that, but it's absolutely meaningful to us in sociology. You will make an impact this semester. If you want extra credit, if you want to participate in that. So I will put up the link right now. They're generating a link for our class that's specific to summer. That's not due until August 4th, but you can donate anytime. And I think it's worth 25 points if we do, like, if we get so much, if we do really extra, maybe 30. It's a small class, so 25 points. And that's good, right? I mean, that's a lot of points in the end. And I never want to set up a scenario in a class where people do poorly on one thing and then can't manifest or can't earn the grade that they want. There will be people that will earn A's. There's always people that earn F's. I don't have any guilt about that. I've been teaching 15 years. You do you. But I am here for you as a valuable and ever-present resource. Now, what's that mean? It means all summer long, I'm checking my email, coming in, checking it during the morning, checking it in the afternoon, checking it on weekends when I shouldn't. That being said, there's going to be some time when it's going to take me a little bit of time to get back to you. But for the most part, I'm on top of it. So if you have a question, that's the advantage of this class. There's 9 people. That's the advantage of me as a professor here. This is as accessible as any small liberal arts school that's tiny. Small class. I'll be there for you to help you out. So use me as a resource. If you have questions, reach out to me. If you have any, if you're wondering anything, if you need any help, I'm here for you. I'll be there. I'll be there. Yep, sorry about that. I'll save you from that. All right, getting started. This is under modules. Getting around the course, university policies, I don't know, tech support. There's all sorts of different things. But here are the modules. They have the content assignment. They've got some internet resources. This particular one has some links. I wanted to provide you with some cool articles and interesting things that are going on. Number of arrests for a variety of offenses, methamphetamine, addiction, just all sorts of links that should be extra information for you. Now, if I have a required extra reading besides the chapter contents, I'll let you know. I'll post those. A lot of times I just want to make it extra available to you. If you have something that's interesting that you want to post, a resource, something about what we're talking about, consciousness expansion, psilocybin, and mushrooms, whatever this might be, a treatment using of that for treatment for PTSD and the benefits of macro dosing versus microdosing, we can talk about it. Please put those links up in discussions, share it with other people. I learn from you, you learn from me. That's a reciprocal thing. Everything in our, we live on square blocks and square houses. We think in square terms, but I like round. That's the way that everything works, reciprocal. You have an opinion, you teach me something, I teach you something. People learn from each other. That's how we do it, okay? All right. Pretty basic here. I have another one of these I'm going to do at 11. We have a few minutes. Tonight, the social observation, June 8th, is due. It's easy. Easy points. Easy peasy, mo cheesy. Do that. What questions do you have for me about the pace of the class, about any technical things? I will take a drink like Kermit the Frog. That's none of my business. So let me know. I'm going to stop the share here. Stop the share. And any questions about anything?
So do we access the textbook from Sage Knowledge, or is there a way to get it through Canvas?
You know what? I can't. I'm not providing the textbook for free because of copyright stuff.
Yeah.
The CU bookstore should have a print version, an online, like an ebook edition, and ways to get that. So maybe you can find it online. I don't know. Maybe somebody's posted this book. But usually Sage is really great. I work with them as a publisher. They tend to give options. If you can't get a hold of that before Friday, or somebody has problems getting a hold of that book because the first content assignment is due, let me know.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Thanks so
Yep.
much.
Yep. Any other questions? That's a good question. All right. Hey, I will leave you the same way I leave every class. And every once in a while, I might do like a lecture on a specific topic, or we'll turn an online discussion into a discussion. I announced this yesterday. Like I said, people are busy. I didn't expect that. If we want to get more of the class involved, which we likely will, or we have a special topic, I'll announce that with a little more time in advance. So do these things for me. Be good people. Do good things. You're my students. I expect and I appreciate that. Be safe. Mask up when it calls for it. Backs up if you can. And that shouldn't be any problem for anybody here, because we're paying over $100,000 likely for a degree based on science. So let's do this semester. I'm excited. Happy summer, everybody. Go out there and do your thing. I will post this in announcements. And then after that, you'll have the link to the YouTube channel and everything like that. If I do a video, I'll still be posting them there. Any other questions, Christopher? I see you unblock anything. Nope. Keystone Light, Natty Light. All right. I will talk to you. Oh, wait, you guys in the same apartment?
We live together.
Well, absolutely. Then who knows? You might be conducting some research for this class together as well. Who knows? Good.
It's film-based research.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Actually, the jokes from my friends when I told them what class I was teaching were pretty much never ending. I'm excited about this course. I mean, I want to teach a special course on Star Wars, the sociology of Star Wars. I want to do it on the sociology of sports. This kind of special topic can be really fun. And cool. So if you need anything, reach out to me. And I was like, what are the chances that two people have a Keystone Light? Probably not.
Oh yeah, check it out. It's the Colorado flag.
Hey, all right. I'm into art. I like that. And plus, that's art that you have to earn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just not working at a liquor store probably and breaking down those boxes. You're earning those boxes. Awesome. All right. Be good people. Do good things. Have a great summer. This is going to be an awesome class. Reach out, please, if you need anything. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Take care. Peace.
Have a nice day.